The social media account on your screen belongs to a family living in Texas who claim to be experiencing paranormal activity in their home. Determined to prove that these strange occurrences are real, they install security cameras throughout the house. And then it happens. In the middle of the night, the footage captures something chilling. A door slowly creaking open on its own. But what's even more terrifying happens just a few days later in the kitchen. While preparing food, a woman turns around for a brief moment, and suddenly, the lid of a closed food container pops open by itself. Shocked and panicked, she quickly flees the kitchen. But this is only the beginning. The family also notices that their dog has been unusually restless, barking at night for no apparent reason. Suspicious, they check the security footage, and what they see sends shivers down their spine. The latches on the dog's crate are moving on their own. At this point, they are convinced they are not alone in the house and decide to share the footage on social media. So, what do you think? Is this real evidence of supernatural entities or just an elaborate hoax? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. The following video was uploaded to TikTok in the summer of 2024. The person who shared the video began to notice strange things happening in his home. The strange noises he heard at night and the lights flashing on their own didn't seem important to him at first. At first, the homeowner ignored them, only posting on his social media accounts, "My house might be haunted." But as her suspicions persisted, her fears were heightened by an incident captured on a baby cam one night. After these images, Mia began to think that an entity she believed to be present in her house was haunting her son and wanted to communicate through him. To find a solution to this abnormal situation, she shared the footage on social media and sought answers from the comments. But instead of calming him down, the comments made him even more uneasy. She received many negative comments, ranging from the possibility that her son might have been possessed by this entity and was trying to communicate in this way. Do you think this image is just a coincidence? Or is there really a non-human being behind Mia's concerns? Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Recently, the social media account shared a creepy video recorded at night. The video shows the swings in the park swinging spontaneously without any intervention. But it is clear that this swinging is caused by something other than human power. The swings are so strong that they make a full circle around themselves. There is no one around the swings in the video except the cameraman. Do you think this is a clever fiction or a real phenomenon that everyone believes is being carried out by extraterrestrials? I am curious about your opinions, and I will carefully analyze each of your comments. In the video below, a homeowner notices that some items in his house are spontaneously shifting and objects on the wall are falling to the floor. At first, the homeowner thinks it is his dog, but to be sure, he installs a security camera and starts watching the recordings every day. And here is one of the creepy moments he recorded. In the footage, we see a ball moving by itself on the couch next to his dog. The dog notices it and tries to pick it up, but it moves again and falls to the floor. A few days later, in the middle of the night, the landlord rushes to his dog when it starts to get restless and bark. When he goes into the room, he sees that many things have fallen on the floor, one after the other, and he immediately picks up his dog and leaves the room. Do you think supernatural beings could be behind these events? Share your thoughts with us in the comments. A chilling video from Thailand. A nighttime mystery that could give you the chills. Tonight we're going to see a truly unsettling video from Thailand. Taken around 1 a.m., these eerie moments reveal something incredibly strange. The person filming the video says that they heard their neighbors calling out to them from outside the window. Since it's unusual to hear someone's voice at this hour, they feared something bad might have happened. Grabbing their phones, they started recording and cautiously approached the window, only to witness something they will never forget. The person standing outside was not their neighbor. His face was disturbingly pale, almost grayish in color. But what was the most frightening part? When the figure turned its head, its neck was bent at an unnatural, terrifying angle. Panicked, the owner of the video stumbled backwards and immediately called his neighbor. But when they answered, they calmly said they were home and asleep. So, if the neighbor was in bed, then who was standing outside the window? Some say it could be paranormal. Others have different theories. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Jet Bueno had recently opened an internet cafe in Manila, Philippines. One evening, Jet's girlfriend Jen went to the cafe alone to do some paperwork. Apart from her, the only other people inside were their cute cat. She put the documents on the table and started working. Shortly afterwards, a headset on the back right table suddenly fell to the floor. Although the security camera footage was not entirely clear, it was clear that Jen was startled. She stood up, picked up the other documents she needed, and placed them on the desk. Just then, a keyboard in the right corner fell, and a chair moved on its own at the same time. Shocked by what had just happened, Jen stood up in horror and looked at the objects that had just moved. After a while, she tried to calm herself down and continued her work. However, her fear was compounded when another pair of headphones fell from a nearby table. She immediately left the cafe and called Jet on the phone to tell him what had happened. Jet reassured her and tried to calm her down. Jen then gathered her files and prepared to leave the cafe. As she turned off the lights, a chair was suddenly thrown at her. Jen screamed in terror and instinctively threw her files in random directions and ran out of the cafe to protect herself. After the incident, Jet and Jen shared their experience on social media and asked their followers for their thoughts. Many people say they have experienced similar paranormal events when they are alone. Have you ever experienced something like this? If so, feel free to share your story in the comments.